C'est quoi, c'est quoi, c'est quoi, je savais, et tout le monde n'aime pas. I don't know. Bombano. Then it's smart. King Fanga. Usari Maribo. What's a cool, just a what up with? I don't know. What's a cool, just a what up with? I don't know. What's a cool, just a what up with? I don't know. What's a cool, just a what up with? I don't know. What's a cool, just a what up with? I don't know. What's a cool, just a what up with? I don't know. What's a cool, just a what up with? I don't know. What's a cool, just a what up with? I don't know. That concept, Grandago. Mukuba, Mate, Mechi, Away, Pita, Eno, Ancien Treva, Wangano, Murukwa, Aquaticaba, and young Atem, Wangano, Aquaticaba, Arremoni, Wangano, Wangabatan, Aquaticaba, and Tigan Sawadi, Wangano, Muruba,
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, fellow Ambazonians. I'm just trying to get something straightened out there. Yes, it's a good day. It's a good day, Ambazonians. It's a good day for our struggle. This Saturday, April the 26th, 2025. Like I was saying, it is a good day for Ambazonia. We are here, of course, as much anticipated to give room to our leaders who met recently somewhere within the continent of Africa to talk about our struggle and how to push it forward. And a good thing, they came out with an agreement, and we are here to listen to them, to hear what they have to say. But I will not get ahead of myself. I will be joined here to co-host this program by none other than Namanyi, who is on standby. I'll be giving her a chance to say a word or two before we proceed. We have really, before I even proceed, I have to apologize to our viewers for the delays. We had some technical issues. You know, when you have a good number of persons coming on at the same time, it's a bit challenging. So we had to sort out those differences in order to bring you this program in a way that will deliver the message as intended. So with that being said, we will not waste any time. Namanye, if you are there, please let me see you so we can get this thing rolling. Namanye. Is Namanye there? Namanye,
yes,
I know you were, okay. All right. Good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm glad to be here this historic day.
In fact, I don't know if you want to say a word to our audience before we get our guests in and to get this program running, since we are already behind time.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm really glad because this is a historic day or a historic moment in the lives of our people, of the Ambazonian people, and the joy is overwhelming to speak to our leaders. Coming together is a milestone, and it is very, how can I put it, very interesting, very encouraging, and very hopeful,
In
because
fact,
with this we
yeah.
have hopes. We have high hopes.
Indeed,
Thank
you
you.
are very right. Namanye, just to punctuate this moment, I think it will only be fair that we actually read the document that was signed by our leaders at the end of their coming together, just so that when we are talking to them, we are talking to them referencing this document. If you would permit me, let me just read it here. Consultative Commission for a Transition to a Democratic Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia Leadership Pact. We, leaders and heads of liberation movements in the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia liberation struggle, fighting to free our people from the colonial stranglehold of La République du Cameroon, French Cameroon, have met under the aegis of the Consultative Commission and unanimously adopted on the 18th of April 2025 in Africa. This pact henceforth referred to as the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia Leadership Pact. The pact seeks, and I want Ambazonians to listen very carefully to what the pact is out to accomplish. Number one, to ensure the effective coordination of a just and peaceful resolution of the genocidal war raging in our homeland, leading to a free and independent Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. That's point number one. Number two, to ensure that we work in synergy with all stakeholders in coordination and to agree on common standards for the liberation struggle before, during, and after the transition to a free and independent homeland. Number 3, to commit to the unconditional release of all Ambazonian political prisoners, prisoners of conscience, and political detainees, and end of the siege on Ambazonia as preconditions for negotiation. Number 4, to establish a frameworks, principles, and rules for the effective decision making and to employ other such means that may necessitate or necessary to attain the above stated objectives. Number 5, to establish procedures through which other leaders willing to work together to end the annexation of our homeland and fulfill the aspirations of our people can be facilitated to join the pact. In testament to our faith and commitment to the cause of our people, we hereby vow to the pact, done this 18th day of April in the year of our Lord 2025. And this document was signed by the following persons. It was signed by Moranta Njomia. It was signed by Christopher Anu. It was signed by Daphne Yerima. It was signed by Ebenezer Awanga. It was signed by Nifang. It was signed by Elvis Cometa. And it was also signed by Joe McFarlane as witness, and also by a representative of the prisoners of conscience. So here is a document that we are here to discuss and to give room for our leaders to talk to Ambazonians and to explain exactly what this pact means and how they intend to go from here. Now, Mangi, so the print here was a bit fine on my phone and I was having trouble seeing clearly, but I'm sure that I got the message through. I don't know if you have anything more to say to this before we bring in our guests.
No, I think the reading was clear, and there all the points that were
outlined.
listed, were all right. But what we have to do now is to dissect, to know how, all these points that they put down, how they are going to carry out the points.
Exactly. As
yes.
Yeah, as the saying goes, the proof is in the eating. Is that what it says? Okay.
That's right.
All right. So let's not waste any more time. I believe that Dr. Awanga was on for quite some time. Dr. Awanga, if you are there, please, can I see you? Dr. Awanga, Dr.
Yes. Can you?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for the poor fit that you might be getting from. Thank you so much, the co-host, and good evening to people in our land, Ambazonia. Good evening to every son and daughter of Ambazonia, wherever they find themselves around the world. Good evening to people who love and cherish freedom around the world. It's a pleasure to be here this evening alongside my sister and brothers who will be joining as we move on. You've read the pact. I have very little to say about it. That is exactly what it is. And by coming together is to prove to our people that we have the capacity not just to come together, but to deliver this pact as it is the only way out in liberating our homeland. Wasted so much time, and in wasting this time, we have somehow, indirectly and directly, wasted the lives of some of our people. It's time for us to be able to look forward with great optimism. I can assure you that I was in the hall and it was a great meeting. You will not even believe that there were people in that hall who had disagreed a few minutes ago, or there were people who were like not even talking to one another. Nothing like that ever existed. And that is exactly the spirit that everything was kept aside and we stayed focused on Amazonia. We did not return to you did this in the past or you are responsible for this. No. It was what is the way forward. The state of La République du Cameroon are dreaming and thinking that they have won a war of liberation, forgetting to understand that in this modern world, no state, no matter how powerful you think you are, can win a liberation war. Countries like the United States, with all the strength that they have, even Russia and China, they know what it means when there is a freedom leaning armed insurgency that is against the system. But we are not just that of insurgency, we are a people who are prepared to fight and free the land. The only difference between us and some armed insurgencies is that we are not like people who have personal goals. Our arguments have always been on the basis of leadership. It has been an individual or so thinking that maybe they have the best equation in resolving the mathematical problem for the people of the former Southern Cameroon, aka Amazonia. But we've come to terms to realize that five fingers here, you have five here. You know very well each of these fingers are this one has its own work. So it is unacceptable that this, which is the thumb, will want to do the job of the little index finger. So let everybody
yes,
do their job.
Dr. Kwanga, Dr. Kwanga, not to disrupt you, but let's just give room for the other comrades to come in, then we can start the conversation proper. At this point, I would like to bring in Chairman Komita, I believe he was logged in for some time too. Chairman Komita, if you are there, please. Chairman Komita, is he frozen? It seems Chairman Komita is frozen. Chairman Komita, you may have to log off and log back on. You may have to log off and log back on. At this point, Patriot Moranta, if you are there, please, let me see you.
Hello, greetings, Patriot Mike, Press Secretary Namani, my dear brothers and sisters, dear Ambazonians. Greetings to you, welcome. Thank you for being here, for tuning in. Please get other people to come in. This is a historic moment. I am so pleased to be here with all of you. We're here for Ambazonia because Ambazonia remains our number one priority. I look forward to the discussions, and it was certainly a pleasure to be with my brothers to pave the way forward for Ambazonia. Our liberation struggle is ours to fight. No one else will give us the independence. It's down to us, my dear brothers and sisters. So it's the time now for every single person, no matter where you are, to sit up straight and roll up your sleeves because the fighting starts now. We have to fight like we've never fought before. So please come on board, no matter where you are. We're doing this together.
Thank you very much, Marianta. We would like to bring in as well Patriot Yerima. I believe he was logged in too. If you are there, say a word to our audience, our viewers, before we proceed, okay? I think your mic you may be muted. Still can't hear you.
Yes, I think he's muted.
You may be muted. It was worst case, you can log back off and then unlock back on, unlock back on, and that should clear it. At this point, I would like to bring on Comrade Chris, if you are there, please. Comrade Chris, are you there?
I think I am here. I hope you can hear me. Good evening,
I
ladies
can hear
and
you 5 on
gentlemen.
5.
Thank you, Na Manye and Comrade Mike, for hosting this press briefing. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be part of what is going on in our struggle. Thank you.
Okay, good to see you. Good to see you. And
Good to see you. Yeah.
Comrade Nifang, Comrade Nifang, I don't know if your network has stabilized. I know you were having some power outages where you are. Can I see you, please, if you are on? Comrade Nifang, I can't see him. I can't see him. Comrade Mark Chaps. Comrade Mark Chaps. I know you were on a few moments ago. Comrade Mark Chaps, can I see you, please? Who is missing? We are missing. Okay, Mark is on. Mark is on. You just cannot bring him onto screen. Okay, he is on. He will be brought in when it is time for him to speak. Who are we missing? Now, Mange, are we missing anybody?
I think we are still just missing a patriot commenter. I don't think he has said anything
Yerima?
yet. And Yerima, because his mic was not.
Yes, he didn't have sound on his end. Yeah. He didn't have any sound. Yeah. But I'm sure they will correct that and join us. And we would like for the studio to indicate when they are on, so we can bring them on to at least say a word or two. So without any more waste of time, let us see what we can get from our guest. At this point, we have read the document which I read at the start of this program. And I would like for us to ask our guests a few questions, and I think we can pick from any of these questions and bounce them back to our audience if you feel that there's something that needs to be ironed out. I think the first thing is to ask them, and I would like to start with Patriot Moranta. When you decided to be part of this gathering in Africa on behalf of the Ambazonian people, what were you hoping? Oh, before we do that, I think I can see Chairman Comita now. Chairman Comita, can you just say something so we know your mic is working, please? Chairman Comita. I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Check if you are muted. Your video is really good, but you don't have any sound. Just to correct that again and come right back on. Let me see. As I was asking, Mr. Moranta, when you decided to be part of this, now, Maya, can you go on? You were saying something.
No, I just wanted to say, let Chairman, unmute. Somebody.
Yes, he needs to unmute.
Nudge him to unmute.
Mr. Moranta, what were you hoping to achieve at the end of this gathering? And can you say that your hopes were accomplished or were realized at the end of the conference in Africa? Mr. Moranta.
Thank you very much. Right, so for a while now, we all recognize that every single Ambazonian, leaders or not, we had to do more for our liberation struggle because our people's suffering has been prolonged for far longer than we had expected. So for me, my first expectation coming together with fellow Ambazonians, people that have played important roles within the liberation struggle, was to find a way of all of us working in a cohesive manner, in a collaborative fashion, to really ensure that we gather our energies and synchronize the way that we work so that we actually have a greater impact on the ground where it really, really matters. So, going in for this meeting, I had in the back of my head that yes, we have lots of issues that have disturbed us. We will sit down to look at those issues. We even already had started looking at some of those issues, trying to find some solutions before we met face to face. So that face-to-face meeting was important because there are certain things that you can't discuss with your brothers on the phone or in a Zoom meeting. And just then, nothing beats being face-to-face to just look at your brother face-to-face, eyeball to eyeball, and just discuss frankly how what it is that we need to do to move forward in this liberation struggle. Because it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about the collective, it's about the 8 million people that we are supposed to be serving. My hopes going into that into those meetings, I can tell you that we had this question come up actually. So we actually discussed what our hopes were. It was to really ensure that we reflect a bit more as leaders, think about where we are, the actual state of the liberation struggle, and what was required, what is required to make us move forward, what is required to make us and our people, especially the refugees, especially the internally displaced people, especially our mothers and fathers who are on ground zero, suffering every day. And of course, most importantly, the ARF plus who have given up their lives to serve our people. So it's all about looking at the complementary commitment, looking at the accountability and action that we've been talking about. How is it that we can do that together as a collective? So our hope, my hope going into that meeting um, was met. There are still some areas that we need to work upon because Rome was not built in one day, and Amazonia will not also be built in one day. So it's work in progress. I was very happy that I made that journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Moranta, I'm very delighted to know that at least what you intended to achieve was achieved, even if it's not 100%. 100% is always not easy to achieve, especially on a first attempt. So I'm impressed. Dr. Kwanga, I would like for you to come in because I know where you are. The network may be fluctuating, so I'll give you the chance to go. I'll just urge that we try to summarize our responses so that we can go around, since there are quite a few persons on the panel, and that we can go through the questions that we have for you. Dr. Akwanga, please.
Yeah, once more, thank you so much. I think I would like to ask the co-host to try to get every other leader who is on the panel to speak. I'm here already. Just by physically being present is to tell you that we are prepared to move the struggle forward in the direction which most of us has hoped for. And it's always an opportunity to let the voices of others to be heard. So I congratulate Iya Marietta for being the only lady among us and for holding herself so well and speaking so well, and the rest of my brothers who were there. And I'll prefer to use the word sister and brother all through these brokers rather than comrades, because that is a feeling we have a very short
Hello,
time.
Mike, do you hear me?
Thank you.
I can hear you, Chairman. That's very good. And I'll bring you on next.
Sorry, Chairman, I had network problems.
All right. Dr. Kwanga, can you conclude your statement before we move on, please?
Oh, no. It's important for the Red Devils Chairman Committee to come on.
All right. Chairman Committee, I can hear you 5 on 5. Please tell us what took you to Africa and if what you intended to achieve was achieved. Please, briefly.
Okay.
Chairman Committee.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Okay. Well, good evening to all Ambazonians. Yes, we were in Africa because we wanted to start to start almost like afresh, like back in 2017. We want to come that all of us should come and speak with one voice so that the suffering of Ambazonians should stop. This has been going on for too long, and we are part of the problem. We're part of the problem because we're so divided. So we decided to meet, try to iron out the differences. Yes, we met, we talked. There are still some differences, but all of us who met there, we agreed to put those grievances behind and forge ahead. It should be about Ambazonia and not about our movements or about our individual positions. It should be about Ambazonia. So, uh, did we achieve what we went out to do? Yes, we did, because we all agreed that henceforth we will focus on Ambazonia and work together. Yes, there will always be differences, but we'll always put Ambazonia first. So I believe we achieved what we went out to do.
I'm sure that Ambazonians who are listening here or right now will be very excited to hear this. That you made a commitment to put aside your personal differences and to work for the interests of Ambazonia. I don't know, Namai, can you come in here? I would like to give you a chance to maybe call the other leaders who here to make their own statements with regards to what took them to Africa. Namai.
Thank you. So, Patriot Yerima, I don't know if your mic is, if we can hear you now, because we want to hear from you what you achieve from, or how do you feel since attending this conference, the leaders conference. Can you tell us, please? Ambazonian people want to hear from you. Can you hear us?
Um, he seems frozen. He seems frozen. Maybe we'll call on. He may have to log off and log back on. He seems frozen. It may be a network issue. Maybe his network is not the best. I don't know.
Okay.
Who is?
I
Go ahead,
I
Namani.
have I have a question to ask our leaders. When you strike a match to start a fire, you must keep that fire burning. I don't know how long it's been since you all got back from this conference. I want to know, have you had any, let's say, a backdoor or call each other in order to keep this flame going, to say something that you were not able to say at the conference, or that you just remembered? Which of you leaders, you've called to talk to? This one is just for to the general, to each and every one of our leaders. Have you made any attempt to call one of you and to keep the fire burning? If so, we
Yeah,
want to.
Namani. Yeah, I think that's a very pertinent question, and I would like here to say that while that question may be combined with even the first question so that all the leaders are given a chance to go through all of them. I think Comrade Chris has not had a chance to say something. Comrade Chaps is yet to say something. So if they can come in and who else? Of course, uh, our leader Yerima is yet to say something because of his network. When they come in, they can combine the very first question to yours and just say something on both of them. So maybe we call on Comrade Chris, Chaps, and Yerima to address both questions, which are not very long, by the way. I think they are very brief questions. Comrade Chris, if you are there, can you just take that the first question and then respond to that Manu's question as well?
Yeah, once more, thank you. I would like to say it was quite refreshing to meet uh, at the weekend as Ambazonian leaders, to sit down for the first time, I would say in 9 years. 9 years. It was quite refreshing, and our deliberations were civil. Everyone left there, I think, very, very satisfied with the conduct of the deliberations and how things ended. But you asked the question about whether we have called each other or called maybe other leaders. I like to say that what we started in Africa is only continue, was only a scratch of what has to be done. The bigger work, the greater work still lies ahead. And as you read in the statement from Africa, we left all the doors open to every Ambazonian genuine independentist out there. We want to make sure that we facilitate, all of us, we facilitate the coming together of every genuine leader out there into this pact. I really think that the moment has come that we realize that no one individual, no one group is going to win Ambazonia for Ambazonians, but the collective of us can do that. And I think when others realize that that is the only way to go, they won't hesitate to come in. Before going out for this, we reach out to, I think, every one of them, every one of them. Some were not able to be there. The doors are very wide open. We want to embrace everyone into this coalition so that we can speak with one voice and carry out similar actions. That is the way forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. And I like to really appreciate the fact that you made a commitment not to keep anyone out, but to open the doors so that even those who are not here yet can still come in. And so that the next time we have an outing like this, we have even more members, more leaders present. Um, Now, I don't know who we are missing. I think we haven't had Comrade Chaps, and again, uh, VP Yerima is yet to come on due to his network. VP Yerima, I don't know if you are able to join us now and have your audio come through. Let's see if VP Yerima is there.
And Nifang, I don't know.
Okay.
And,
I think Comrade you is there. If you are there, since we can see you now, please come on. Say something. There, Nifang, please. He seems frozen. He seems frozen. I don't see him moving. Maybe a network issue. Comrade Chaps, if you are there, please. Comrade Chaps. Is he signed on? I don't hear him. I can't see him. I don't see him. I think let's keep moving on. Where the leaders that are having trouble joining, when they come in, we'll give them a chance to go back and answer any of the questions that were left behind. So, yeah, we'll give them a chance to do that. I have a question too. Since you asked one, now, Mangi, let me ask this question to our leaders. Brazilians have been very enthusiastic after reading the pact that was circulated a couple of days ago. They've been very excited. There's a lot of talk about it out there, and hope and anticipation of what is yet to come. What message do you have for Ambazonians who are watching now? What specific message do you have to Ambazonians right now. And I ask this because of this. We have had previous initiatives like this, but these initiatives soon fizzle out for lack of continuity of the initial expressed intentions. So we are asking you leaders here that given the difficulties we have had before of carrying through with promises as you are making to Ambazonians here, I would like each of you, the leaders, to look at your cameras and pledge to Ambazonians who are watching you now that you are willing and determined to put aside your personal differences, walk through whatever difficulties you may have, with nobody saying that I am going to walk out because I do disagree with what others think, but that you will stay in there and do the hard work of collaborating and working with others for the interest of our people and our homeland. Can you look at your camera now and pledge to the Ambazonian people watching you right now that you will not fail them? I will start with you, Dr. Awanga.
Yeah, thank you very much. When I heard the way you put I was just laughing inside me and saying that sounds like what I said a couple of minutes ago. That it sounds like uh, coming online and acting like a communist tip-off. We do not need to pledge to Ambazonians on the television that we put our differences aside because we have already done that through the park. And we did
Okay.
not make a promise to Africa. We took a vow. In other words, it was like an oath of allegiance to the struggle. We did not make
Okay.
because promises are easy to be broken. We took an oath, a vow amongst ourselves that no matter what happens, we will move forward. Uh, I think the biggest problem with is not on the leadership. I want to say this, and I say this here now. The biggest problem we have is for our people, you who are on the microphone, and the rest of our good men, women out there. You should allow the leaders to lead. Don't lead them to lead. Because this is what has caused a lot of chaos in the struggle. Most often come in, they can't take action because they are scared of those who are flanking, that they turn against it for X or Y. So have faith in whoever you see as your leader and allow that individual to do the hard job, to lead. If people come for meetings, they should have the capacity to decide for the good of their group or organization, for the good of our struggle. They should not come to a meeting, finish that meeting, and then want to take the decision making, the final agreement out of it, which will surely leak and is going to have innuendos of contradictions in the way people want to interpret it. So this is
Mm-hmm.
my appeal to each ambassador who is watching. If you want us to carry this struggle to a logical conclusion, please treat us leaders as human beings. Know that we have mistakes, that we are not flawless, but give us the opportunity to lead. You cannot lead us to lead you. It's not going to work. And I say with every certainty, because what I saw in Africa, people that many people have seen in meetings, in conferences, and others. These were a woman and men who were bent on achieving the goal, who were dedicated, whom you will not believe a few minutes ago could not be talking to one another, but they were all determined to stay focused. Look at the agenda. It wasn't like pointing fingers. No, we were focused. And I say this with every certainty. Most of you know me personally. And that is the type of spirit we want. Since we read, we're talking. In fact, this is the first time I've seen Ambazonian leadership so focused, oriented, because there is a forum for leaders. We have been communicating in that forum since we came back. No one has gone out to rest. It's been non-stop communication. That's why even this broadcast has come at very short notice with all the difficulties, yet we have still struggled to come here. So I applaud each one who is here. I want every Ambazonian to know that we should not come online here to come and tell you, hit our chest to say we pledge to. No, we took that pledge. That is why we took the risk to come to Africa. Remember that since our brothers were kidnapped in an African country and taken to the dungeons of the other state, most of our people do not travel and travel this far because of the way the continent became polluted. But for us to take that risk, for us to come to the continent, to sit down, to say this is where our umbilical cord was buried, this is where we need to make the decision, this is how we need to move forward, is to show you how serious we are. So I will beg that let us stay focused and give hope to our people rather than make to have already made, and let them know that we do not make promises in Africa. We took an oath to make sure we will do whatever it takes as humans with our flaws to liberate our homeland with their support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Akwanga. And I do understand that the leaders probably had their oath back in Africa, but I will still insist that the other leaders come in forcefully like you have and make their statements, respond to the same question. Because this is why you make your oath amongst yourselves, leaders. We want to, our people, our citizens are watching now, and they want to trust that this process is based on firm ground. I see Comrade Yerima is in now. I will defer to him so he can speak, since I believe his network is now restored. So, Comrade Yerima, you can go through the same questions and state clearly that you people are truly committed to this process and that you will not fail our people. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Are you hearing me?
Yes, you are. You are
Yes.
very, very okay now.
We do
5
now.
on 5. Please proceed.
Okay, thank you. I had some technical issues. I want to thank you, comrades, and I want to thank Ambazonians for giving us the opportunity, an honorable opportunity for us to fight for the liberation of our homeland. It's been, I think we've learned a lot from experience, and what experience has taught us has resulted to all of us seated here today in this program. And it is important for all Ambazonians to understand that we, as their leaders, have come to make them understand that we acknowledge the responsibility that they've given us to liberate them, not to rule them. And that is why I believe that other comrades have been expressing expressing themselves and talking about the work that we did in one African country that came up with this pact. I think this pact is a pact that all of us worked so hard. If you could see the agenda for that meeting, I think the issue that took a lot of time to debate on was putting the people first and working on this pact. And I will tell you that that weekend, we worked as a people. And if you've always followed me, I've always said we are more united than divided. Yes, there have been lots and lots of mistakes that have been made along as we were pursuing our rights to self-determination and reinstating the independence of homeland. And we leaders have learned a lot from that mistakes. And that is why we had to take this very serious decision to say we want to do what it takes to make sure that homeland is free. And that is why we are sharing the results of that hard work with our people, making them understand that there is nothing that is going to compromise our rights to self-determination. There is nothing that is going to compromise a free Southern Cameroons. And we have dedicated our lives. That is the commitment that they lead us to making sure that these objectives are met. And going forward, we are calling on all Ambazonians to make sure that they join us in this venture. Let's not look at the past. I know, yes, a lot of issues happened that hurt us so deep, but it is time that we really need to come together and work together. The leaders cannot do it on their own. It's all of us, Ambazonians, who have to liberate ourselves. As the people, you have your role to play. And as leaders, we believe that we can come together, reason together, come up with good strategies that we make sure that we get to homeland as soon as possible.
Okay.
And we've dedicated ourselves, and we now understand the task. We have accepted to be accountable to our people, because it is the people who lead, not the leaders who do that. That is one thing that we have to understand. You've given us the responsibility, so you lead. We've accepted the responsibility, so you have to join us, because our work is to come up with strategies and making sure that we are accountable to you in every area in our liberation struggle. So I want to thank all the leaders who are here tonight for putting in the hard work. And we've come to this point, the call. We've answered the yes to the call of our people, that they want to see us collaborate. They want to see us stand together. They want to see us speak with one voice. They want to see us give directions from one source so that they can follow. And I believe that if you read carefully that part, the pact that we signed, it is all inclusive. No one is left out. All Ambazonians, this is your pact. We did it for you, and we believe that you're going to join us to making sure that what we agreed upon and what, as we'll be consulting with you and also giving directives on how we are going to pursue all of this, you are going to collaborate with us to making sure that we make Boya as fast as possible.
Thank
So
you.
we are
Thank
dedicated
you.
to do the heavy lifting, and we thank you as leaders for this opportunity that you've given us to liberate our
Thank you very
territory.
much, Comrade Yerima, for those words of reassurance to our people that when you made the commitment, you were serious about it, you are dedicated, focused, and you just want the people to join you, which at the end we are going to call on our people to do exactly that. Namangi, at this point, I don't know, I think we haven't heard from, okay, I can see Comrade Nifang is now
Nifang.
moving. I see him moving.
Yeah.
If you want to come in now, please go ahead. Comrade Nifang, can you say something? Comrade Nifang, say something, please. Let's know you can hear us. I saw him moving momentarily. He seems frozen again. I think his network where he is might be the problem.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen now. Again, he's moving again. Comrade Nifang, if you can say something, please go ahead now. Yeah, go ahead. Can you hear us? His network is really
I
bad.
think
His
he's muted because he is speaking, but
Comrade Nifang, can you say something, please? While he gets that straightened out, maybe we should give Comrade Chris a chance to respond to the same question. I don't know if Patriot Moranta, has she responded to this question? After Comrade Chris, maybe she'll come in and respond to the same question. Comrade Chris, can you say pledge to Ambazonians? I know Dr. Kwanga says we shouldn't ask you to pledge, but I know you took your oath there, but Ambazonians still expect you to talk to them and reassure them that this commitment you made here, that you took it seriously. Please come in.
Well, I think we have made the commitment already. We took this very, very seriously for all of us to leave different parts of the globe to assemble where we did. I think that is an oath by itself. If you also read the pact, the leadership pact, we vowed at the end, I think the very last line of the pact indicates that we all vow to do our best to live by the wording of the pact. So we have. I think the challenge isn't that of the leaders. Before having this reunion, we heard again and again and again from the grassroots. I received lots of messages, text messages, audio messages, people asking us to unite, 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 unite. I think what you see here on television is exactly what you have been advocating for. We have done our part. And I am believing that going forward, it can only look better. But the challenge is to every Ambazonian out there. Comrades, I have said again and again and again and again, when we ask our fighters on ground zero to do their best to reclaim homeland, I have said they're not going to do it with their bare hands. This thing is money. And we should not wait and think that somebody is going to be pitiful for us and come and put money in our hands. It is our war. It is our war. It's not American war. It's not Africa's war. It is Ambazonia's war. And if we cherish liberty, if we cherish freedom, everyone out there, especially at this particular moment, must be thinking, it is time to stop talking and start supporting with your pocket. That is all we need. That is a pledge we need from every Ambazonian out there. And I think the more you do that, the more we'll be encouraged to do even more than what we are doing now. Thank you.
Thank you again for that commitment. Thank you for that commitment. Now, Mangi, I think at this point we should be able to bring in Peter Moranta to look at the camera and speak to Ambazonians who are watching right now. Peter Moranta. Is she there?
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. You know me, I sleep, breathe, dream Ambazonia, eat Ambazonia every day. Ambazonia is my life, like literally my life. You can see it. I don't see. I don't know what else I can say to pledge my commitment. I think actions speak louder than words. I think that words are too cheap. Actions speak louder than words. I'm a woman of action, and you've seen that I have a proven track record. Anyway, so if I could just go back to the previous question that was asked about whether we have kept the fire burning, like the match, what have we done so far? I can share with the Amazonian people that since we left, we have been in contact with each other by text, by WhatsApp, by calling. We've had actual meetings. Um, we've had about 4 meetings already before today. So we've been working, we've not stopped. We've literally not stopped. We've traveled back to our various destinations and we've just carried on working, planning. We have plans and a timeline to deliver um, specific goals that we agreed upon. So, the Amazonian people, you should hold us accountable. I am telling you, we have a set of deliverables that if you do not see us deliver those things, if at any point ground zero is quiet, and this is what I want you to hold all our leaders accountable for. Because we have said that to liberate ourselves, we're not going to wait for any third parties. We're not going to wait for America or anybody else. It is us, Amazonian people. And we know that the only way that we can achieve that is to make sure that ground zero is ungovernable for the oppressor. That the forces, the thugs, La Republic du Cameroon military that have annexed us, who are there harassing our people, raping our women, killing our children, all the atrocities that they are causing, all the genocidal acts that they are committing on our land, on our territory, to our brothers, our sisters, our mothers. We cannot allow them to continue to do that to our people. Sitting by, standing by is tantamount to taking part in what La Republique is doing to our people. So I am calling on every single Amazonian person who can hear me right now. I don't care what differences we have in the past. We will trash out those differences. This is a time that we cannot allow any more blood to be spilled on our land. There is something that every person in here, every person, every single Amazonian in the diaspora can do. Don't minimize what your contributions can do for this liberation struggle. I want to say also that what you see today is a result of years of hard work, years of consultation. The people that have uh, um, actually been working behind the scenes, the different movements have been working behind the scenes. So what you saw us do in Africa, it's not just an overnight thing. It's something that has been in the planning, that has been working. We have seen so far that we've made so many efforts, but some of those efforts have been so abortive. We've managed to get La République du Cameroon to Canada, for example, but they've backed out at the end with some stupid excuses. For how long are we going to keep having stupid excuses? We are giving no excuses to no one. We are holding ourselves accountable. And what you see, the signing of this pact is the result of maturity within our liberation struggle. We are saying clearly to the international community who we were back when this war started, or when President Sisiko first announced our independence. We were just babies. We were not prepared for a liberation war. We were not. We were not equipped. We didn't know. We have made lots of mistakes along the way. And what you see now, I can proudly say, is a more mature Ambazonian leadership, a more mature Ambazonian people, community, that yes, we acknowledge our mistakes and we are truly sorry. Most of the mistakes were not even deliberate, it's mostly misunderstandings. I need you to understand that. We will not let the past hold us back. From this moment on, this present moment, we are creating the future. We're creating the future that we want for Ambazonia, because every single Ambazonian child deserves a bright future. Every single Ambazonian child deserves the right to education. They deserve the right to become doctors, engineers, philosophers. They need to be whoever they are destined to be. And we need to facilitate that as leaders. That is a minimum that we can do. We have matured. We want all of you, our brothers and sisters, to also come along on this journey of maturity. Please don't be sitting on the sideline. It is not okay to sit on the sideline, because that's not going to change. That's not going to change the Republic of Cameroon's perspective of just eliminating us or killing us. So I am asking every single one. You see, my brother Dr. Awanga is there. Chris is there. Comrade is there. We have Brother Nifang, who is not at the moment on the screen. All of us, I can tell you, we looked at each other eyeball to eyeball, eyeball to eyeball, and we are determined more than we have ever been in this liberation struggle. that we must deliver for the people. We are, I don't know how else I can say this. I can promise you that if any of these men want to mess around, I will deal with them. Nobody is going to mess up this liberation struggle for us anymore because the suffering has gone on for far too long. So that is what I can say to you, Petro, Mike.
Thank you,
Naman.
thank you, President Moranta, for that very serious message you had there for our people. I hope they are listening. They are listening, of course. I can see even from the comments that are coming through, people are really appreciating this initiative. And when I ask that question, I'm just trying to make sure that we don't disappoint them, that we sustain these hopes and actually realize what was stated in the pact, which was very impressive. At this point, I think Chairman Komita has not said anything on this topic. And I know Comrade Nifang is still struggling with his network. We already heard from VP Yerima. Uh, Chairman Komita, please, can you state your own commitment to this initiative, unresolved commitment, unreserved commitment, I should say, to make sure that this part, this document that you signed, that it is actually carried through?
Thank you, Comrade Mike. Yes, 2017, the Southern Cameroon's struggle, aka Ambazonia, took a different turn. But we have been complaining, have been resisting, though not as we did in 2017, against La République domination. So, the SCNC has always stood for a unified front. The SCNC as a mother organization does not support any group or movement, no. The SNC supports Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. So, meeting in Africa with my brothers and sisters, we all committed to work for Ambazonia. And today, this message goes out to Ambazonians. We call ourselves leaders, and you cannot be a leader if you don't have followers. So, we met, we agreed, we took an oath that we would serve Ambazonia until we achieve our goal. And that this has to continue. Yes, people do take oaths and vows and they go against them. But this time, fellow Ambazonians, any leader, any person who goes against the pact, we will not hesitate to come forward and tell the Ambazonian people who is doing what against our much needed freedom. Yes, the road ahead is still very long. It is stony, but all of us have come together to make sure that we do all we can do to shorten this journey. Yes, there are some of our brothers who were not with us, but the door is open. It's not about A, B, or C, it's about all of us. So anybody, any movement, any leader who was not there, who has not been joining the meetings, you are invited to come so that we work together. We are talking here because we live in the diaspora where we are free to do what we are doing. So there is nobody here who is more than any other one. When we go back, eventually when we achieve our goal, we go back home, all those titles we'll drop them before getting into Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. So for now, we are focused on doing the job. We are focused on doing the job to liberate homeland. And most of the support, financial support, comes from the diaspora. But our people back home, they are going through hell. Yes, most of us have not been home in a long time, but we do communicate. Some do go and come back and they tell us the misery of people living in. I am always in Nigeria, the refugee camps, and I see the type of lives they are living. This is not what our people, this is not the way our people are supposed to live. So we have all vowed that we will work together, we will eventually raise funds together, we will do everything together, and Ambazonians have to come together. Wherever you are, you have to come together, especially in the diaspora. We come together and they join us so that we do this work. Yes, we are there to lead, but we cannot do the work without you. We need you to join us in doing this work. And I pray that in doing this work, we should continue the way we did last week. Yes,
Okay.
it should be about Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And before we proceed, I would like to reiterate here that to our viewers who may not have seen all the leaders speak here, some of them just have technical issues. We have seen some of them come on, their audios are not on, some their networks are not good enough. So that is why you may not see everybody here today. For example, even right now we see Comrade Nifang is there. I don't know if his audio has been restored. Comrade Nifang, can you say something, please?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? I think I've adjusted a bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, much better now. Please,
Yes.
just go ahead and say something.
Okay. Thank you very much, host. And permit me greet Ambazonian people and appreciate and thank my other leaders that have spoken. What they are saying for all of us. You see, the network is troubling me so much because I'm talking from the wilderness. That is, I'm talking from Africa. You must understand what it means. I was part of the pact in Ghana. We went there not for ourselves, we went there for our people. And if you can see a refugee like me in the wilderness struggling to fight for my people, it is because of the love that I have for homeland, Ambazonia. If you go to the national anthem of Ambazonia, you hear there a land full of milk and honey. So whenever I sing the anthem and go through that phrase, saliva run down my lips and fall down. So I'm long to enjoy that milk and honey in Ambazonia, just like any other Ambazonia, just like you and I here talking this evening.
Mm-hmm.
So the war of independence is not only for the leaders; it is for everybody. The leaders are just forming the front line, and we need everybody to queue behind us so that we can go home more faster. So I am calling on all Amazonians, wherever you are, whether on ground zero, in the diaspora. Me, myself, I can equally say I'm in the diaspora because I'm not on ground zero, so I'm a diaspora. So we should queue up and see that we carry this home faster. It is not only the cry of the people that we should come together, but it was a necessity that we should come together. You know, no leader was trained how to lead, but God is the one that inspires us on what to do. At this time around, God has touched every leader that we should come out like one and see that we carry this quest for independence to the end. Thank you so much. I might be chopping time, except there's a particular question pointed to me to answer. Thank you.
Yes, I'm really happy that you were able to come through. At least you've been struggling with the network there. We understand where you are, and things are not easy at all. So we appreciate your tenacity to at least get through and say something. Um, yeah, at this point, I think Namanyi, we don't intend to keep the leaders here for too long, but there's one more thing I would like the leaders to tell us, and because at this point we need to know what lies ahead. What lies ahead? What should Ambazonians expect? I know they have talked about, they've made a commitment and all that. That is true, but there are certain activities within our liberation struggle that can be used as milestones to measure the collaborative initiative that was created as a Med in Africa. So I'm here talking about there are certain legs that this struggle stands on, be it diplomacy, be it defense, be it humanitarian. So my question then is this: based on these parameters, how will the Amazonian people be able to determine if this collaborative effort is working? What changes out there should the Amazonian people would they be able to see as results coming from your collaboration that was initiated as you met? When will Ambazonians be able to say, okay, yes, the seed that was planted in Africa is beginning to bear fruit? I would like Dr. Akwanga, since you have not spoken for quite some time, to take on this question. Uh, you heard what I said, so just speak up and tell Ambazonians what they need, what they should be expecting. How will they be able to tell when the fruits of this nice seed begin um, to produce what you were expecting?
Are you asking me to speak?
Yes, I'm asking you to say something. Just tell Ambazonians what should they when would they be able to say, okay, what was planted in Africa is beginning to bear fruit?
Well, we came here just to let people know that it wasn't AI who signed those documents. It was signed by
Okay,
us, and that
all
the
right.
plan was drafted by us, plan was made by us. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't come
Okay,
here to have a very lengthy discussion. Ambazonians should know that in the coming days and weeks, there will definitely be a town hall, a visual town hall, where every Ambazonian and Southern Cameroonians are called upon to participate, where we will take questions because
okay,
we want our people to own. We have refused to own for a very long time. We treat this struggle like it is a struggle of an individual leader. And that is why, especially those of us who are in the area of self defense, we suffer a lot where people think that this person is this boys, this one is this one's boys, and the rest. And it has caused a lot of issues and even uh, uh, um, loss of lives that would have been preventable. So we will have a town hall, and probably there will also be an all Ambazonian conference. But the
okay,
leaders will be meeting again sometime somewhere, which I can't say here at the moment. So this is a continuous process. We are almost talking every day, and we will have a more better time to talk with the Ambazonians. So today, we came here just for you to see us, to know it is us who met, it is us who signed this document. Issues on communication, on the right to self-defense, which is pivotal for our struggle, and on all other issues, especially the burning issue of finance, which has caused headache to our people, will be arranged in the way the people themselves will like it. So people should not be scared. We'll be coming back, but even before they see us again, things will continue. The consultative committee themselves will be able to come and talk to the people because they have the full job. And then we will continue to liaise with our own individual networks that we have in our movements and groups. But rest assured, whatever we do now in synchronization as one. So we're coming back, let our people know that they will be informed of what is happening. They themselves will see them. We would like more action, more results to be seen than talk. Because if it is talking, we can keep coming and just talking and talking and talking. No, we want people to see that things have really changed. And the only
Okay.
way that can happen, like I said, is for our people to stop creating petitions and start collaborating. This is not for the leadership. I'm talking the rest of our people. We should be collaborating in the things we do. If someone is doing something that is fine, you need to applaud it. And there are some things that people do which is not okay, that you cannot just jump on. You have to be careful because some of those condemnations might be like a blanket condemnation of the entire struggle. So you can handle certain things at the back, and the things that have to be condemned in public will be condemned in public. So give us your trust, give us the benefit of doubt, and don't try to test us by finding a means to put hooks in between us that you will break us. No, we just want to go forward. The suffering on our people is enormous. We can hear their cries, even the cries of those in the grave. And it's time for us to stop it, to wipe their tears, and to chart a better way forward because we need freedom. We can't get that by fighting one another. If there was one individual group that think they could deliver for us, they would have done that. But none can do that. So it's a collective process. As we do it collectively, we should equally recognize our individual strength and make good use of it. Don't dabble into what you know you have no knowledge of it. Allow those who are experts to handle that area. You can give your own contributions and the rest. Don't think when you give that contribution means you need to hijack it. Because hijacking it might derail the struggle or cause the death of our people again. So I think that is what I can say at this particular moment. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Akwanga. I think the one thing I can take from what you just said there is the need for the leaders to be able to complement each other. I think we have not seen that a lot. That is something. It is the one thing that if you, the leaders, can do, the Amazonian people can start to believe that this pact that you have signed here uh, has some meaning. If they can see you begin to complement each other for the initiative, the efforts that you all are making, and be able to see you come together in the various initiatives that are necessary to push this struggle forward, collaborating, putting resources together, strategizing together, talking to each other as brothers and sisters. I think that will go a long way to communicate to the people that what you pledged or what you said you took a vow in Africa that it actually was based on some firm footing. So at this point, I'd like to bring on uh, uh, Comrade Yerima to respond to the same question. Comrade Yerima, please.
Well, thank you, Comrade. I believe there's just one thing we should really emphasize about here, which is the ability for the leaders to come together, which we've done. We know it's work in progress. We're going to be building and bridging the gaps and building trust as we go. But we are not going to be doing that just by ourselves. We're going to be doing that along with the Ambazonian people. So the Ambazonian people will be part of everything that we're going to be doing going forward. So it will not be like coming to report, but it's like being part of it and understanding that this is the way we are going. So going forward, what I will tell our people is there's going to be a lot of transparency. They'll see in all of those areas that you outlined, whether it's diplomacy, whether it's self-defense on the ground, whether it's humanitarian relief, all of that. You'll see we've taken that into consideration. And the coming days, we're going to be putting out how these structures are going to operate and who is going to be doing what and what and how. So we've already thought about all of this. There is a wonderful plan for our people that will be outlined in the days coming ahead, and nobody has been left out. Nothing has been left out. But we want to assure our people that we are ready. They should be ready. We are going to do all of this together and be accountable to each other. We will not want to go back to the ways of the past that until today we're talking about issues of accountability and transparency. This is our revolution. This is the people's revolution. So the people who are we, the people, must be able to take total control of the revolution, be part of it, and you will not just let it rest in the hands of a few individuals. That is how we are, the structures that I know will be put in place. That is how they're going to look like, and that is how they're going to be operational. We want to make Ambazonians understand that there is nobody bigger than Ambazonia, and that is why all of us are seated here today to say we need to reignite that spirit of patriotism. We need to reignite that spirit of love for country, and that is what we are doing. It's Ambazonian first, which is bigger than anybody else that is seated here today. And we must fight to liberate homeland. Our people have suffered a lot, and I want to emphasize and tell our people that lessons were learned along the way. And all of us here, leaders seated here, agreed that there were mistakes made, and we don't want that mistakes to exist anymore. And we should not only, when we are amongst ourselves, say we are together, we want to collaborate. No, we must show the world that we are together. And in everything that we do, we must show the world that we are together. That is the message that the enemy doesn't want. And we have to understand that, yes, we understand also that our revolution has been infiltrated a lot. And these leaders have taken into consideration all of these aspects. And what we will be doing going forward is going to protect the interest of our revolution. The main objective of our revolution, which is a freed homeland, is going to protect your interest, is going to protect my interest, and we are assuring our people that if we can do this together, we are calling on you to give us that trust that we can do this together. And when we do this together, then we know that homeland is as closer than we expect, than we can expect. So we're calling on you today to say, I think Comrade Akwanka just outlined that there will be town halls, there will be an Ambazonian conference coming up soon, and the leaders are going to be meeting frequently to evaluate what we are going to share with you going forward. We evaluate ourselves and also evaluate all the different projects that we'll be carrying out to making sure that Homeland is free as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Yerima. I think the program, we are almost getting towards the end of the program because, as Dr. Kwanga has rightly said, it was just this outing today was just to prove to the Ambazonian people that the document that they saw was not fake, that was genuine, that there were real people behind it, real leaders behind it, and that they can count on it, and the commitments that were spelled in that document were well intentioned. Namanyi, we are getting to the end of the program now. I think the only other person that's left to respond to this very commitment is who I think Comrade Chris already spoke about it. At this point, I would like for us, Namanyi, to give the leaders maybe 1 minute each to make their final statements, to speak to the Ambazonian people, whatever they had in mind to say. 1 minute each, please. We are running short of time now. So just 1 minute each to each of the leaders. Just say something that you had in mind for them, for those who are watching right now, because they need to be inspired, they need to be encouraged, they need to re-engage and to recommit to the struggle. What do you have to say to our viewers right now? Chairman Comita, if you are there, I don't know, I can't see you anymore. I don't know if you are there. If not, Dr. Kwanga, you take the lead and just 1 minute, please. Talk to the Ambazonian people.
Let me jump in and say something just a little bit to what you are
Okay,
saying.
go ahead, Namangi.
We would like our leaders to actually, tell us that even if one of you, I don't want to say hurt one another, you are going to solve the problem behind the scene. You are not going to bring it to the public. That you
Okay.
guys, the pact that you guys have taken, you stick together. This is what we want you to assure us, to assure the Ambazonia people. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's a very important point there, Namangi. I think it will be important for the leaders themselves to have their own dispute resolution committee, or whatever you want to call it, a dispute resolution department that can handle differences between the leaders and solve them within themselves, instead of allowing them to spill onto the public, and which can be very chaotic. So that's a very important point. Again, Dr. Kwanga, 1 minute, please. I think you're muted.
I said I would take just 30 seconds and give the other 30 seconds over to Iya Marietta to add to
Okay.
1 minute. Like as I said before, the biggest threat to this pact is not going to be the leadership. It is going to be the Ambazonian people. And going forward, I will pray that you people start addressing our people. Leaders can easily solve their problems. The interest comes from those who flank the leaders. For individual reasons, they make the leaders to become headstrong and mess up a lot of things. I'm very serious in what I'm saying here because it's out of experience that I've seen through the struggle. So I think our people have a lot of work to do on themselves. Thank you.
Thank you again for being here, Dr. Kwanga. Your contribution was very helpful and, to enlighten our people, especially on this very outing. After Dr. Kwanga, as I was saying, I know Chairman Komita has some other personal issues. He may have dropped, but if he's here, please, can you say something so you can go on out and take care of the other issues that are pressing you? Is Chairman Komita there? He may have left because, like I said, he was only trying to be here today because of the seriousness of this outing. He has some really serious matters to address personally. At this point, I would like to call on Pedro Moranta, please. 1 minute, or as you would like to, if you want to use a few seconds that Dr. Kwanga left for you, you may use them.
I think I need more than a minute. You missed me out on the last question. So I
All
seize
right.
my right to have more than 1 minute. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Akwanga, for giving me your extra 30 seconds. I really appreciate it. My dear brothers and sisters, this day paves the way for us Amazonians to seriously start working and start thinking and start acting as a sovereign state. I don't want us to think about, oh, we are not there yet. We need to start acting like it. So the way that we govern our country needs to it needs to be more serious. You asked the question, what are the fruits that we're expecting or the people should be expecting from us? I'm going to throw that question back also to Ambazonians, not just to us, because we are holding ourselves accountable. And we need to have a shift in our consciousness. I want us to start making deliberate, conscious efforts towards the following things, towards valuing the resources that we have. There are three main resources that I want us to think about that we need to focus on and value them. One, it's time. Time is a very valuable resource that we as Ambazonians, it's not clicked yet how valuable time is. I want every single Ambazonian to understand why it is so valuable, because when we're at work, we understand that time is valuable. Whilst we're in this liberation struggle, we also need to understand that time is very valuable. Because every time that we waste means more people are being killed. Every time that we waste, it means that we are slowing down our progress towards gaining our sovereignty, gaining our liberation, the complete independence that we're seeking for. So that's what I want us to hold in mind. Secondly, our human resources. Every single one of you is important. You are a force to be reckoned with. You need to join in to actually play your part. It could be you could be a mathematical genius, you could be a financial genius, you could be what are your skills? We need every person that has skill, everyone that has different gifts. We need you on board for this liberation struggle to succeed. Third one is finances, because we cannot fight a liberation war without the resources, without the finances. So those three I want us to focus on. I want to go back to time because that's really important. I need us Ambazonians to start respecting time and start keeping to time. In the meetings that you go to, in the way that you manage the tasks that are located to you, if you take a responsibility for Ambazonia, if you have a job that you need to do for Ambazonia, please make sure that you use your conscious effort to deliver on time. We have timelines that we need to keep to. Don't take a job and sit on it. Take that job and take it seriously. Make sure you deliver for Ambazonia, because you failing to deliver for Ambazonia means you're failing the people on ground zero. You're failing the ARF plus. You're failing the fighters. You're failing the refugees. You're failing the widows. You're failing the people that are waiting for us to liberate them. And lastly, I want us to cherish competency. Competency will help us to deliver what we need for this liberation struggle. So don't take a job, don't take something, don't say that you're going to do something if you don't have the competency to do it. It's better that you say, I need help. Maybe somebody else can train you, maybe somebody can help you. But I want us to start working more seriously. Let's not just say, oh, we're all volunteers, we're volunteering. We are a nation. We need to start acting like it. We need to sit up straight and act like a nation. We are in a war. It's important. Please take this seriously. Time, human resources, finances, very important. That's what I want to leave all of us to reflect upon. So the next time that you see us, the next time that I see you in any meetings, let's make sure that we are valuing ourselves. Every time that you're late to a meeting, you're holding other people back. You're stopping us from starting on time. You are wasting our time. Going late to places, to meetings, is very disrespectful. That means you're disrespecting other people's time. The people that come early to those meetings, you're saying that their time is not important. That's what it is saying. You need to communicate that you can't make it to that meeting on time. Please start without me. We need to communicate. Please, I beg you, my dear brothers and sisters. That's how we move our liberation struggle forward. Thank you. And I just
I
want to
want
close by saying, please give me 30 seconds. This is Dr. Akwanga's 30 seconds. Thank you, Dr. Akwanga. I want to thank Patriote Yerima, Patriote Chris, Patriote Nifang, and Patriote Kometa, Dr. Akwanga, and Patriote Yerima. I want to thank all of you. Patriote Chaps, you've not come online yet. We've not seen you. But there are so many other people that I can call who are not here currently, that have contributed so positively towards what we have here today. So from the bottom of my heart, all the people within the consultation team, the committees, the meetings that you've been holding, our external partners, I want to thank all of you. And Ambazonia is rising to fall no more. And together we're going to win. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Moranta, for that inspiring message. I hope that Ambazonians watching are excited, hopeful, and optimistic for the future, that Ambazonia is here actually to stay, and not just to stay, but to be free, independent, and that will regain our dignity and make sure that Ambazonia is actually the land of milk and honey. Yes, I would like for us to go now to who haven't we called Manamangi? Comrade Chris has not spoken. Okay, and Jim. Okay, even Comrade Nifang is still here. So since you have a network issue and you are on now, I would like Comrade Nifang to go first. One minute, please, to make your final statement to Ambazonians who are watching here.
Comrade, if you can hear me,
Yes, please.
the only word I have, I think my brothers and sisters have spoken all. One thing I will only tell Amazonians and appeal to them is that they should give us suggestions rather than criticisms. If they give us positive suggestions, if we do something and they see that if we do it the other way around, we should give the suggestion, we will carry it and we'll do it more better rather than criticizing us. And I will appeal that Ambazonians should learn the choice of what they can use, especially in forums, in abusive words and all of that will not push us through faster. And the third is that at least we all should have a focus. The bigger picture we are having is Ambazonia. It is not about Patriot Yerima. It's not about Patriot Kometa, Patriot Awanga, and our two Patriot Moranta. It's not about that. It is about Ambazonia. So let us focus on Ambazonia, and we should stop thinking negatively about the leaders. Inspire the leaders with words in all the forums. They will go to do the work. I thank everybody. Let's keep on fighting. We will succeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much again, Comrade Nifang. Thank you for those words. Yes, let's go to, and before we go to the next speaker, I just want Comrade Chaps to be ready to come in at the end to give his own appraisal of everything that we said here, being that he represents the consultative committee that worked hard to make sure that this meeting took place that our leaders are now talking about. So, Comrade Chaps, please just stand by. When the leaders are done, you should be able to come in and say something to Ambazonians before we end the show. So, at this point, Comrade Peter Yerima, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you once more, moderator. Ambazonians, this is the right step in the right direction that the leaders have taken. But this is less about the leaders. It's more about you, because we are in this together as a people. So we are opening our arms and say, come with your competences, come with your talents, come with your ideas, and let's do this together to liberate ourselves. Because Ambazonia is bigger than all of us. So I just want to thank all the leaders for being here at this time, and also our external collaborators who have worked so hard to making sure that they've brought us and to refocus towards the right direction. And I also want to appreciate Ambazonians that you've never lost, some of you have not lost hope on us. And we are standing here today to say, we will never say die until freedom comes to Ambazonia. So we've opened our arms to you. Come and let's do this together. That is what we owe for ourselves. That is what we owe for our motherland. And from our experience and the pains of those that we've lost and the mistakes that we've made, let us come together and say, we are going forward better. We are going forward, doing it the way it's supposed to be. We are going forward, being accountable to ourselves. And even when we fall, we'll carry one another and say we must reach the finish line, which is Boya. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter Yerima, again for coming on board. And Ambazonians, I hope, have been listening and they will take seriously the words that you have expressed here. At this point, we will bring Comrade Chris to make his own final statements to our viewers, to Ambazonians who are listening here. I can see a lot of excitement. There's some questions asking, will there be a united treasury? Will there be one APP or something? Will there be a united APP? Ambassadors are expecting a lot from you. So you have started something, you better be ready to finish it. So, Comrade Chris, your final thoughts, please.
Yeah, thank you, and I'd like to thank all the members of the panel. The questions being asked there, I like them to understand this is a baby that is just starting to creep. As you heard from, I think it was Comrade Yerima who mentioned the structures that are yet to be set up. Those structures will be set up, there will be joint fundraisers, and those structures set up, we need people to come in, volunteer their services, their expertise, their time to work for Ambazonia. And so the challenge is not just with the leaders. The challenge goes to every Ambazonian out there. This is a recalibration of the entire movement, the independence movement, and everybody is expected to belong. The structures will be set up so that many of the questions that have been asked out there can be answered within those structures. Yes, there will be joint fundraisers, joint stuff, actions on the ground, humanitarian effort as the structures will be set up to accommodate these units. I think I read a comment on the timeline, and somebody was asking if Comrade Sako and others were invited to join this pact. I want to say everybody was invited to this meeting from which we came up with this pact. And even though they were not there, the doors remain wide open for every Ambazonian leader to come on board. And it is again clearly spelled out in the Solidarity Pact that we want to see every movement, everybody, every group, irrespective of how small it may be, to come together, join us. Let's tie this bundle with many hands. One thing I must say is that this is a bad day, a very, very bad day for La République du Cameroun, because they've tried to divide and conquer us. Unfortunately, this is the 9th year, and it hasn't worked. Ambazonians, you out there must know your true leaders, because I am so sure in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, 1 month time, something will come up from somewhere called an Ambazonia something. Just another mushroom group that of people will raise up to counter what we have done here today. Let's watch out. Let our eyes be open. Let's come together. You have heard a town hall meeting will be coming up. We want everybody to show up in that town hall meeting. You have a question, you can ask a question, receive answers, and know the next steps forward. Again, I really like to thank the panel and for being part of this and for making this possible. The challenge lies with us to keep this moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Chris, for coming on and for being part of this production today. Ramanyi, I don't know, maybe we should give, I think he's the last speaker, right?
Yes.
He's the last speaker, except for Comrade Chaps, who may have to come in
Yeah,
and say something on behalf of the CC. Comrade Chaps, are you there? Comrade Chaps? It would have been nice to hear from him, being that he was very instrumental, being part of the CC in organizing this meeting that took place in Africa. But in the absence of which, I don't know, how do you feel right now, Namanyi? How do you feel after this interaction with our leaders, the statements they have made? Are you motivated, excited, encouraged? Are you pumped up and ready
well,
to go?
I am very excited and I can't wait to see what the future holds. How we are going to, because we have to assist them. They can't do it
Mhm.
all on their own. We have to assist them and maybe correct them also when we see that, they are slacking, or something is not going going right with them, because when you are the one looking at the mirror, you think you are very beautiful or handsome, but when somebody sees you
Mhm.
and say, "Oh no, you need to fix this," so we are going to be their eyes to
Mhm.
to 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 help them, because this war has dragged for too long, and we are all excited to know that they have all come together to free homeland. I'm very, very excited, honestly.
Okay, thank you very much. And
And I know most Ambazonians are excited too, because that had been their problems, that we don't have unity. So this is just perfect.
yes, and rightly said, as you have rightly said. Okay, Comrade Chaps is on now. Comrade Chaps, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you to the moderators. Thank you to the Amazonian people who have turned up. Thank you to all of the leaders who have come. It's a historic day for all of us. And really, they have spoken everything about what our people need to know. I just want to thank everybody who's made this possible, both our external partners, all of the members of the coordination team, of the consultative commission, and just to reassure our people that, like we said from the beginning of the consultations, this is a work in progress. We continue to work. The challenges are going to keep coming our way, but we are resolute to fight, to overcome every challenge, to rise above every mountain, and to ensure that we get to where we need to get to. So there is no question that the lady and gentlemen you've seen here are committed, and that the door remains open. We continue to make efforts to reach all of the other leaders who are not yet part of this pact. And certainly, we want to ensure that all the Amazonian people who have the competency, who have the time, who have the dedication, are able to come and serve. We see this as service to our nation, service to our people, those who are gone and those who are still in the homeland suffering. So, in the days ahead, please pay attention for the communications from the Consultative Commission with respect to what the leaders have talked about. And certainly, we will be laying out the forum where the leaders will be able to lay their vision. The leaders do have a vision, a very detailed vision. They are working on it, and they will be able to lead the Amazonian people to the realization of that vision. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Chaps, and we want to really thank the CC for a job well done for facilitating this meeting and making sure it happens. We appreciate it very much, and I'm sure that I'm speaking on behalf of the Ambazonian people. Now, the last message I'd like to say here to the Ambazonian people is this. Many of you have said the reason you were withholding your support for the struggle was because the leaders were not coming together, or were not together. I think that reason has been taken away from you with this outing today. You have heard from them. They have pledged their determination to continue working together and to bring even others who are not here yet into the fold. So my question then to you, fellow viewers, is this: what then is holding you back now? What reason then do you have not to recommit, re-engage, and to lend your support to this liberation quest. The ball is now out to you. You now have the ball. The Ambazonian people, you have the ball. It is now up to you to come in and help the leaders succeed, because they cannot lead without the followers. They have to have followers in order to lead. So we are calling on you to come in now and lend your support and encourage them, motivate them, guide them, give them the tools that are needed to succeed. And that is what we are, the message we have to you, fellow viewers today, because without your support, there's only so much they can do. There's only so much they can do. So I thank you all. Thank you, Namanyi, for coming on and to co-host this program today. Ambazonian should expect to see this more often. It is only the beginning. There are more collaborative initiatives ahead of us, and this is a new beginning for us to hit the reset button and start from where we started in 2017 and make sure this thing happens sooner than later. Like Comrade Chris said, I'm sure La Republic of Cameroon is not liking what they are seeing here today. They are not liking it at all, and we should make them more unhappy in the days ahead as they see us working more together, putting our differences aside, and doing what is necessary to free our homeland. Again, I want to thank all of you leaders who took the time to be here today. Please continue to do what is best for Ambazonia, only what is best for Ambazonia. And I think the future will be bright. I don't know if you have anything more to add now, Maya, before we end the show today.
I just want to thank our leaders for coming together, for taking the time out of their busy schedule and to come together and give us this wonderful atmosphere, because it is not only us who are happy. I'm sure Ground Zero, our people are really they are rejoicing. They are happy for this great move. This is a great move. We might not see it as something, but honestly, this is a historic. This move will go down in history. It will
Absolutely,
go down in history.
absolutely. Yeah,
yes,
I think for quite some time, others had said this can never happen. Some people said this can never happen. It has happened. It is here, and you can see it in front of you. So you better believe it.
It is here. It is here,
So,
and we have to continue to pray. We pray also for them. We pray for our leaders. We pray. We just have to keep them in our prayers. We put them in our prayers. And leaders, thank you all very much. Thank you.
And we cannot end without thanking those who are actually on the ground and in the trenches fighting against an advanced military of La Republic of Cameroon, and also to pray for our prisoners, those who are suffering in the dungeons of La Republic. We're telling them to be courageous, keep hope alive. We will fight this thing until our homeland is free. And with that, I say, take good care of yourselves, fellow Ambazonians, and take good care of each other, and our homeland will soon be ours. Thank you.
C'est Aringa monyo. Ombano. Dene smart. Muna king fanje. Usari maribo. Wose se tu, je se ve orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Wose se tu, je se ve orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Wose se tu, je se ve orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Wose se tu, je se ve orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Wose se tu, je se ve orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Wose se tu, je se ve orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Wose se tu, je se ve orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Wose se tu, je se ve orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Ta concept grandago. Umbeno. Aringa mbenkame. Mukuba. Bate aringa mbenkame. Abay. Orabe. Aringa mbenkame. Pita eno. Ancien driver. Umbeno. Murukwa. Aquaticaba. Eyong atem. Umbeno. Aquaticaba. Arremoni. Umbeno. munyogo